friends, family, and internet stranger, Stephanie here, and my bags are packed. I am moving. It has been a whirlwind of a week, even though I knew this move was coming and I've been preparing for it for weeks. These last few days have been exhausting. So I have a bunch of different content filmed, but it's all without intros or outros or anything. So I'm just gonna kind of throw it together in a process of moving vlog. There's an IKEA shop with me in here. There's some tips for packing. There's a little bit about my final day at work, and then some of moving day for you. And oh boy, was moving day a lot. But let's go back to last Sunday when I went to IKEA. Today we're shopping at the largest IKEA in North America. I have been here before on my channel when I moved into my current apartment, and now I'm a week away from moving out of that apartment. Why am I going to IKEA before I move? Well, the answer to that is because I have 2 frames that I love, but when I move, I will have enough room for 4 of them. So I want to grab those because I will not have an IKEA even remotely close to me. Well, 3 hours isn't that bad. I'm willing to drive 3 hours, but probably not for picture frames. So I'm not gonna have IKEA near me. I wanna get those frames before I go. That shouldn't take up too much space. My mom wants me to look for sheets because I have sheets that I've gotten from IKEA. She got some while she was here visiting me and she liked them. So I'm gonna see if I can get her those sheets. And then if I can find my dishes that I have. There's one that I don't have a full set of, so I'm gonna see if I can round out that set. And that's really all I have planned for IKEA, that and Swedish meatballs. Starting out with one last order of the Swedish meatballs. This was not on my list of things to get, but $7.99 for a salad spinner that looks bigger and a little better than my current one. I'm gonna go for it. These are the dishes I use for everything, but I only have 4 of them, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this package of those for $14.99. They still have the black available for my frames. I'm very excited. I'm gonna get 2 of these, $14.99 each. I'm getting this 8.5 by 11 frame for $4.99 because I have a little jokey parting gift planned to leave at work. This Halloween display is adorable. My mom is a big Halloween fan. She's excited to decorate the house for Halloween. I have been staring at this box for a week, going back and forth on what I'm actually going to put in this massive box. It is a very large box. This is a swamp cooler air conditioner type thing that we have at work. And when I saw the empty box, I was like, can I take the box? Can I take the swamp cooler box? And so it is a massive box. But I think what I'm gonna do is pillows and frames. So pillows to line the bottom, top, and sides, and then any sort of frames, I'm gonna wrap them in towels, and those can go in the middle of the massive box. The thing that's making me sad as I pack it up are my little duckies, because even though I found all of them within the first 2 days of my friend hiding these, and I'll try and link the video down below if I can remember which one I showed it in, of my friend hiding all these tiny little rubber duckies all over my apartment, but I keep having to pick those up because I left some out just for little smiles even though I knew where they were. So as I find them, I add them into the duck army that has been over here. And eventually I'll put all of the duck army in a bag. This one I bought several months ago, and you can see it still has the stock image on it and the thing's still attached because I never actually used it. When I moved into this apartment, I had a few parts of a moving vlog, but then I never actually did a finished apartment tour, and I considered doing one now before I started packing things up. But then I didn't even do that, and the reason I never finished those vlogs is I never finished decorating. I don't like, one of the things I don't like about rentals is I am one who does not want to put stuff up on the walls. I had very few things actually hanging on my walls, and most of the ones I did have, my apartment definitely had the landlord special before I moved in, where they just painted over everything. So there were nails that were painted over on the walls. So most of the stuff that was actually hanging was hanging on those walls. I think I only put 3 things up myself. I love having random memories sparked when I'm packing. So this is a framed Gilmore Girls art that someone gave me for Christmas a few years ago. So Stars Hollow would be Gilmore Girls. But I worked for 7 years for the studio that made Gilmore Girls. I worked intensely out on the back lots as a tour guide. And the day that they tore down Miss Patty's dance studio from the back lot, I grabbed just this tiny wood chip, one of the remains of Miss Patty. So super random, but I always store it in with my little Stars Hollow frame. All right, so I've got pillows all the way in the bottom. All of my framed things and wall art are covered in towels, blankets. That's all like the padding around them. Now I'm gonna top this off with some more pillows, and this will be all set. I probably should have pulled the curtains down before creating a wall of boxes in front of them. That would have been a smart idea. On my second to last day of work, I gave my last tour after a 7-year career as a tour guide. I gave my last tour. It was a deluxe tour, and those are the really long tour that include lunch at fine dining. So during my last lunch at fine dining, the man who runs the place brought me this piece of cake with this thank you written on the plate. It was so nicely decorated, and it was absolutely delicious, and started a whole round of applause. So I felt very well loved and appreciated during my last week of work. On my very last day, management threw a little farewell party. There was cake, there were decorations. It was a very nice send-off. And then on my last day, my shift was in a leadership role. I was an on-lot lead, so I oversaw tour operations, and that was my primary function for the last few years, was as a lead. So on my last day, it was nice being able to go around on my little golf cart, say goodbye to all my favorite people and favorite places. So it was a really good last few days of work. My last Central Park coffee, it's coffee bean coffee, but it's Friends themed. I will miss my baristas at Central Park, and I'll miss enjoying my coffee out here. In my 7 years here, I have seen so many different things up on this water tower. I am loving this Barbie pink WB logo. I think it might be my favorite, second only to the original logo that I started with in 2016. What to me is the classic WB logo. Goodbye, Annabelle. I don't think I'll miss you. I was trying to say goodbye to my squirrel friends in the jungle, because yes, I have squirrel friends in the jungle, but they all ran away when the cart came through. So goodbye from afar, squirrels. Goodbye, stage 16. Goodbye, mill. Goodbye, hill. Goodbye, stage 48. This is where I have spent the bulk of the past 2 years. Goodbye, Hennessy Street. And goodbye, field cart. This is the last time getting back on this cart. That's all, folks. Getting all ready to go. All this stuff that's going out. These are getting moved. Everything's getting all packed up. The movers are here. It's really clearing out in here. Just this stuff left, which is a combo of trash and car. The movers are out. It's still not empty in here. I still have stuff. Part of that is trash. Part of that is stuff that's gonna go in the car. So now it's time to pack up the car, clean the apartment, hand over the keys. Dusting off my old road trip friend, the stupid car tray. Love this thing. It goes on my passenger seat and I have a nice little table while I drive cross country. I'm a sweaty mess. I'm a sweaty mess sitting on the floor because my furniture's gone. Things are almost packed up, but it is exhausting moving, picking up the car or packing up the car. I can't even talk anymore. Car is almost packed. I still feel like there's so much stuff in here, but it's mainly because I've been taking trash out in waves and a lot of what's left in here is going in the garbage. So it still looks daunting. I only have 3 more hours left to get everything out and get it cleaned, but I can do it. I just need a break for a minute. I am officially out of my apartment. It happened. The movers came early. They came about 20 minutes earlier than the window they gave me. They said they would be there between 10 and noon. They got there about 9:40, but that was fine. And it actually worked out well because it turns out my next door neighbor is also moving. And so when the moving truck pulled up and I went outside to greet them, he came outside and went, "Wait, you too? My movers are coming at 11. And the truck would have needed to park in almost the exact same space. So luckily mine left and his got there not even a full 10 minutes later. His movers arrived, even though it did only take mine about an hour. They were out right about 10:45 is when I finished signing all the contracts and paying for the first half and everything. So my stuff is gone, but then it took so long. I didn't realize with just how much storage I had in that apartment, how much stuff I have. Just so much stuff. My kitchen is small. I don't know how I fit so much kitchen stuff in the apartment. So some of it went in the moving truck, some of it is in the car behind me, and some stuff just had to get tossed or donated. So it was a lot of trips back and forth to the dumpster. I was running back and forth to either my car or the dumpster consistently from about 9:45, right after the movers got there. I was already bringing trash out to the dumpster while they were doing the rest of the putting the packing tape and everything on my furniture that had to be moved. While they were packaging that all up, I was still throwing out trash. When my landlord came to get my keys and do the final walkthrough at 4:30, there was still stuff in the apartment. My car was loaded up, everything in my car, like literally my purse, all of it in the car, except me. I was the only thing not in the car. And I was like, I'm so sorry. There's still stuff in here, but it's all stuff that I'm throwing away. So I just have to keep taking it to the dumpster. And she's like, as long as it's not food, just leave it. And I was like, oh, awesome. That saved me probably about 6 more trips to the dumpster. So I'm out. I'm sweaty still. I was so sweaty. I plan on showering because I have plans tonight. I have my goodbye ice cream with my coworkers tonight. So I plan on showering before I turn over the keys. That didn't happen. I at least changed though when I went to get dinner. I got Hawaiian food for my final meal here in Burbank and it was very tasty. I love that Hawaiian place, but their prices have gone up so much over the past few years that I really haven't gotten it very often. But I changed in their restroom and like wiped down my face and took the hairband out of my hair, which was just drenched, but at least it led to a nice curl. I have found that sweating profusely leads to the best hair days for me. So not that I want to get into the habit of that, but my hair does look fantastic at the moment. So dinner is done. Now I'm going to go have some ice cream and say goodbye to all of my coworkers that come for ice cream with me. It's 6 a.m. I am hitting the road ready to drive cross country. Last night I had my goodbye with a lot of my coworkers. There were probably about 20 to 25 people came to Baskin Robbins, so it was really nice having ice cream with my friends one last time. And now it's time to hit the road. So this is now going to switch over to the road trip vlog for the next video. So thank you for watching this one. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and if you did, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Thanks for watching.